I remember the day so vividly. We were in the middle of school holidays, Easter school holidays 2015, and we were juggling money in the morning, trying to transfer money between bank accounts to pay some bills because we still had a lot of old debt from the early days of when I was in business. And Stu had to race out the door to go to work, and I was shitty with him. We were trying to do things on the fly, and he was doing what he got to do every day, which was go into the city, work all day, come home at night. And it just felt like I was out of balance and was not, I wasn't enjoying it that much. The kids were at home. For those of you with kids, you know how much of a juggle school holidays is, trying to run the business at the same time. And I'd made a lot of changes in myself by then. The business was firing. I had so much more self-love, had broken through a lot of the ways that I looked at the world. But still there was times where I felt so bogged down by being out of balance, and we were living this busy life. So I remember sitting at the kitchen table, juggling money, and then Stu having to go and me being shitty at him. And then we drove to Ballarat to visit my friend Ailey, and I had an extra child on board, and they were being niggly with each other because I was being niggly. And I just pulled over to the side of the road and screamed at them, "Shut up! Just shut up!" God, it makes me emotional when I think about it now. And we went on, we had an awesome time with Ailey, came home, and the drive home was pretty much the same. And I got home that night so wrung out, just so at my wits' end, that we were on this friggin' rat race every day. It felt like Groundhog Day with Stu going off to work and, having to do this massive juggle of money and kids, and just doing it because that's what people do. And I remember lying in bed that night and we were watching a movie, and I said to Stu, let's just sell up. Let's go clear the debt, sell up, and go and live in our dream location, go and live where we want to live and create the life that we want to have. And he said, sure, why not? And we literally made the decision that quickly. And so many of us wouldn't have the courage and would go, no, we couldn't do that. What about this? What about that? But for us, it was time. It was time to sell up. It was time to create the life that we really wanted, that filled us up. So we sold everything. A few days later, we had the agent through. We listed the house. We sold the house for an awesome price. We cleared our debt. There was a dance and a joy when that when the auction hammer came down and we got our final price. And we moved to Barwon Heads. We moved to our dream location. So 3 months later, everything's packed up in a container and we moved everybody. We moved the kids, Stu left work, and we all moved to Barwon Heads. We made that happen. We wanted that for our family. Stu resigned from his job and came to work for the business. And now our days are filled with being there for the kids, supporting each other, having our common goals rather than Stu being driven that way and me being driven this way. We're working together. Every day I can walk up to the bluff and take a big breath as I see the ocean because it fills me up, it energizes me, and I feel like I'm home. I'm getting emotional now as I think about it because it is so right for us. But if we had have been held back by the fear, if we had have been paralysed by the what ifs, then I wouldn't get to experience that. We'd still be running the rat race, keeping up with the Joneses, living in Melbourne, which doesn't serve us. And it's the same with business. It's the same with taking that step to create your dream business, to have the courage to go there, because it's so easy to stay stuck. Just like we were stuck in our urban lifestyle. And this is why I'm filming this to you from Southern Cross Station, because it sort of represents the hustle and the bustle that we lived by, the always in a hurry that we lived by. So my message is that you can create whatever you want to create. For us, it was living by the beach and creating a business where my husband can work with me and we have the flexibility to be there. It allows us to travel all over the world, but we can move that around the children. That was our dream. What's your dream? What are you not creating? And that's why I'm putting on this training. And this training is a live online training that talks to you about taking the steps to be comfortable with making those decisions, to be excited about stepping forward. So we're going to go through the little known secrets to getting that excitement in your head as opposed to getting the fear in your head. We're going to go through the 4 things that mean that your business that comes from passion can be one of the successful businesses. Because if you've got the confidence and you're following the 4-step framework to be able to build that successful business that's from the heart, that supports you, that's your lifestyle that you want to have, then my God, that's when life is amazing. Imagine being that role model for your children. Imagine being that role model that says we can create anything we want to create. We can be anything we want to be. I'm proud that that's what we've done for our family. I'm proud that I'm showing my children that it's okay to take risks, to try new things, to move towards how we want to have life look like, as opposed to what we think we should be doing and what we think society feels we should be doing. It's in you. I believe it's in you. So join me on this training. Don't be like us, then wait all that time until you're screaming at the side of the road to your kids to shut up. Make that leap and join me on this training. Click on the button below to register. I'm so looking forward to seeing you there. Catch you later.